It's going into meetings with clear emotional objectives. So, when you're writing an email, thinking consciously about what you want the person you're writing to feel. And also when you're online. And I'm thinking, if we think of a conversation or a presentation as having this kind of shape, that being the beginning, that's the middle, and that's the end. You might want to have what I would call a universal emotional objective, or you might want to have emotional objectives that correspond to different parts of a conversation or a presentation. So at the beginning, you might want to get people excited. In the middle, you might want to reassure people about the points or convince them, persuade them. And at the end, maybe you want them to be, ready for action and ready to take up your ideas. So, and excited about taking up your ideas. So you can use emotional objectives in a number of ways. And I want to do kind of a live, I don't know if I'll be able to do it now. I was going to have a look at the chat, the screen. So to do that, I might have to stop sharing. So what I'm going to do is show you a list of emotions. They're not exhaustive, but it's a table of emotions. And what I want you to think about and put in the chat are any of the emotions listed on that table, the emotions that I want you to feel in this session that we're doing right now. So I'll just move on to, that's the table. And I'm just curious, which of those feelings do you think I want you to feel as we go through this session? Now, I can only have a look at the chat box if I exit out of my screen. So I'll pick up on what you're inputting once we've done the slide deck, so we can do it without too much disruption. But I can tell you, if you're curious, I can tell you which ones were in my mind, how I wanted you to feel. I want you to feel interested in this whole concept of developing presence and developing rapport. I also want you to feel enthusiastic about using some new techniques and ideas in your conversations and your online meetings. And the key thing is once you determine what your objective is or objectives are, it's about delivering them. And it goes through to that chart we saw before. What are people hearing? The tone of your voice, the energy in your voice, the clarity in your voice, all deliver emotional objectives. And the kind of language, the stories that you use, how you illustrate information, how you bring people's attention to things, all of those things will help you achieve your emotional objectives. So moving on, I'd like to just leave you with this thought when it comes to thinking about emotions. You can't leave out the logic, but emotions are incredibly powerful and really make the difference in your online communication.